welcome back to the channel. Today we bring to you a stonking video with a stonking car, but first an amazing special offer with 70 mi dash cams.
The M300 is the perfect beginner's choice for your first drive capture. People that want a super affordable price should buy the M300. Discover the compact entry-level dash cam, the perfect beginner's choice for your first dash cam capture.
It's equipped with 3 megapixel image quality. It's got 3D noise reduction and WDR technology as well. And you've also got G sensors to detect unusual motion and initiate automatic recording when your car is parked up as well. Really, really cool, really useful, particularly useful in London with its 24-hour parking surveillance. It's also super compact, meaning it doesn't obstruct your sight when it's in the windscreen, and it comes with a super long wire that you can route round the top of the windscreen and all the kind of A-pillars, meaning that it is basically invisibly installed. Very, very clever, and also works particularly well at night. The night footage is amazing, which you'll see on the screen as well. Anyway, the link is below. Go and check it out, and there's also a Christmas gift box available very soon as well. Plenty going on with 70 mi. It's not their only model either, so make sure you go and check it out if you need a dash cam, and I suggest you all get a dash cam in today's litigious society. Click the link, it supports the channel, it supports me, and you'll be also getting a great piece of kit. For now, let's head over to Joe Macari for something brutish, noisy, and aggressive. Let's go. Hello, welcome back to TGTV. Today we are in very familiar circumstances. I'm back at Joe Macari because they've got probably one of the silliest cars in that I have ever seen them stock. And actually, for the money it is, I don't think I've ever seen a more obscene purchase. And that is coming from someone with a Brabus monster truck. It's roughly Brabus monster truck money as well, which has got my taste buds tingling for another moronic car in the garage with a steering wheel on the other side. So we're gonna have a little tour around, we're gonna see what Joe Macari's got in, and then we're gonna have some startups, some revs. I'm gonna take you around actually the astonishing technology on this car, because it might be American and you might just be thinking that it's just a brutish, moronic car with a big engine in it that doesn't go round corners, but actually there's a lot of tech in it. It's a lot more interesting than I first suspected it would be. I was very, very surprised. So I'll shut up and let's get into it. So we started in the corner. This is new since last time I was here. I was only here recently actually, but there's a 911 GT here, 993 shape. That is absolutely absurd. That is on the shopping list for one day. That has just come in. Wonderful. We've got this Defender Adventure Edition actually in the corner here. Actually very well priced, and I think it's super, super low mileage, well under 10,000 miles, and a definite collector's item. They did not make many of these. That is very, very cool, and particularly useful if you make a habit of driving around in ponds. Got a couple of cars here that I can't quite reveal yet, but they are Club Sport cars in factory orange. They're going to be launched on Joe Macari's website and social media very soon, but I cannot take the covers off just yet and show you. But this kind of orange corner, but stay tuned to their social media for these two. Very cool. 997 GT3 RS. I've already shown that car in one of my last videos. I showed this car as well, a red Lusso. That's actually awaiting handover, that Lusso. My Lusso is actually over there. I've had yet more tyre kickers on it and people falling out of bed on the finance. I've been a little bit cursed with the Lusso. We're going to go and see that in a second. But it is available if anyone wants a 1500 mile fully loaded Lusso. TDF blue. We've got all sorts going on here. I have covered a lot of this stuff before, so I'm not going to go too crazy at all. I was looking at this thinking, is this my old car? But I don't think this one actually, is it? No, I don't think that is my old car actually. That looks like it could be as well, but it's not. Got a brown Veyron there. That is probably the richest thing I've ever seen. Probably go with silver wheels on there because I'm an old man. We've covered all these before, so don't shout at me. That is absolutely ridiculous. These are getting a great, great write-up. The electric new Abarth, and probably one of the only sort of electric hot hatches out there that people aren't completely slagging off. I don't know how Abarth have got away with it, but the petrol heads seem to really like these. I need to have a go on one of these actually very, very soon, but this has got the kind of Targa top, if you like. That is a very, very cool car, and something that's on the list potentially for Anthony at some point. Might look to get one of those. These are super sought after. There's a waiting list on them. You really just can't get them anywhere, so Joe Macari's got one of those in. Again, I covered all this stuff. I know it's absolutely insane, but I'm not going to go over old ground, he says. I've made a channel with old ground over the past 6 years. We have got an 812 here, lovely stuff. My Lusso's here. This is still technically mine. It's on SOR here. It's fully loaded. I do actually miss this car. I might take it back actually. Yes, very, very nice indeed. It's got PPF. That is actually a wonderful, wonderful car. I might actually just take it back. Seeing that. It's got the sunroof, it's got CarPlay, it's got passenger display, it's got full carbon throughout, it's got ventilated seats, it's got literally absolutely everything. It's not cheap, but it has only done 1,500 miles. It's basically a brand new car. I take it back, now I've seen that. That's not going to be popular. We've covered all of this last time I was in here. Right, let's go over then. Let's see what we've got over here. There was that yellow Novitec 812 that sold with the Monza wheels in my last video. It wasn't cheap, but someone came in and had it. Right, here we go then. This is what we're here to see. This is a Dodge Hellcat SRT, and this is their run out of the Hemi engine. Over 800 brake horsepower, supercharged, and by far and away the most ridiculous thing they're ever going to make, I think, because they're now obviously making the progression into hybrid and electric and all that kind of stuff, and this is their swan song to probably the most ridiculous car they've made. And the important thing about this car is that it's a UK registered car. It's got full Dodge warranty, and it is a sunroof car as well. These things, I'm told, are important, and they are rare on these cars. There's a lot of grey imports flying around, there's a lot of non-sunroof cars flying around, and there are a lot of options on these that this car has got. And you'll also notice, right off the bat then, we're going to cover this because you're already going to be mentioning it in the comments. You're going to be saying, oh, you've still got the transporter plastic on there. Did you know about that? Apparently, I'm told that these things, I cut my thumb, everyone. I've been told then that this is akin to, remember when people got fitted caps, those new era caps, and they left all the stickers on the peak because that's what cool people did? Apparently in the scene, this is what cool people do. They leave that on the front. I'm not cool, so I can't verify either way whether or not that's true, but apparently in the scene, that is the thing to do, to leave the plastic on the front, and I guess it's quite sensible as well. So you go ramming into any curves, then you're going to save a little bit of your splitter, I suspect. So whilst we're still at the front then, I'm just going to show you this. This is not a light, this is actually an air intake that goes through inside into probably the biggest air filter I've ever seen in a production car. But at the front there, you wouldn't know that. Franco has left me the key to this thing. So this is the red key. There is a black key as well. And you'd be forgiven for thinking this is the key that they kind of code the other ones off. It's not. This is basically the aggressive key, and then you get a black key as well, which means if you have the black key only and get in the car, you only get about 400 or 500 brake out of the car. You can only access the full 800 brake plus if you start it and have the red key with you. Very, very aggressive. And I think that's probably in the situation where a parent allows their child to drive their Hellcat, as you do, very normal scenario. They don't want them running around with 800 brake, they just give them the black key. But this is the punchy one, and actually you can turn the power down when you have this, and there's all sorts of settings and menus inside, which I'll go into in a second. But this is my favorite bit about it. So we'll just check it's locked. It's locked. You can start the car up with this key, so hopefully this works. I'm going to go around the back actually. Double tap it. How cool is that? Oh, it's gone off. I don't know why that's happened, but I guess security. So you can hear me then. We're going to get that off for the time being. But this is a very, very cool place to be. There's all sorts of tech and menus available to you. It's so much cleverer than I thought it would be. On the screen here then, this tech is all designed to get this car going in a straight line as fast as possible. You can even direct all the aircon from the car to the intercooler. It's absolutely nuts. You can see live performance stats like boost and all that kind of fun stuff. Get your launch control on there. You can even edit how your launch control feels. You've got a G-force meter and all sorts of other stuff as well. And you can even lock it all up so it does burnouts. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is left-hand drive and it is an automatic gearbox. I mean, you wouldn't want a manual in this thing. You've got lovely aluminium paddles here and your red shifters there. Let's get it on. You can just see the interface. I mean, how cool is this? I mean, that noise is a little bit... I don't think we want that. Perfect. How cool is this though? Absolutely mega. And there aren't really very, very few of these indeed. Seats are very, very comfortable. And you've got back seats. You've even got a third seat in the middle there of a reasonable size. And it doesn't feel that small in here because you've got a sunroof that tilts and also opens up as well. Very, very cool place to be. But it's that perspective over the bonnet there. You've got those massive bonnet bulges. And really, you've got no real idea where the corners of the car are. It's an absolute tank in here. It's enormous. Road presence wise, there isn't much better out there. So other points to note then with this car, I've already been through the fact it's UK registered, which is very, very rare, and it's got the factory Dodge warranty until 2026. The full car has also got PPF. It's got a Borla exhaust, B-O-R-L-A, which is part of the reason it sounded so aggressive. It's also got IBAC lowering springs. You've got Velgen forged split rim wheels as well, super deep dish. I mean, look at those tyres, they're a joke. What are they? 315 by 35s, chaos. You've also got the geometry set up for fast road use as well. JZM did that. You've got privacy glass on there as well, and it's obviously got the wide body package on it too. I mean, look at it. And this is what they call the jailbreak edition. I mean, that coming down the road behind you. 0 to 60 is sub 3 seconds in this, and that's unsurprising because there is that 6.2 litre supercharged Hemi V8 in there, the likes of which we will not be seeing again in production cars, very sadly. It's got 959 newton meters of torque, 807 brake horsepower to be precise. That is nuts. I'm very, very tempted. The price on this is 150 grand. It's only covered 1900 miles and it is completely sorted. What do you think? Do you think this would suit my garage? That and the Brabus on the driveway, I think, would probably ensure that there were for sale signs round my house all the way down the road. I think that would ensure that most of my neighbours got the hell out of there. Let me know what you think. Am I due something like this on the channel? This is something different and something that I've not actually even broached before, but this is, if you're gonna go American, if you're gonna go Dodge, if you're gonna go for a Hellcat, this is the best there is. And there ever actually is going to be, I think. That is now that then from Joe Macari. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you click the link to get your 70mm dashcam. M300 particularly is in my hand here, but they do other models as well. Click the link below anyway. Take advantage of the special offer. Supports me, supports the channel. Subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And I will see you all very soon. Ciao.